All right, people. So we're talking about salvaging a skirt on a jig. This happens to anybody that fishes swim jigs, football jigs, flipping jigs, chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, buzzbaits. All the manufacturers are using these rubber collars. These pieces of junk right here, they deteriorate over time. Your skirt falls off. It's your favorite jig, and now you're up the river without a paddle. Instead of throwing that out, save the strands. And I've got a perfect example right here. I've got this awesome shad pattern skirt that I want to save. It's from a swim jig. I'm actually just going to put it on a chatterbait because I do need a 1/2 ounce chatterbait for the rivers this year. You guys are going to need some craft wire. Benjamin Nowak turned me onto this brand. I ordered it off Amazon. This is in silver. It comes in a whole bunch of different colors. It comes in like a 6-pack. Pull off one full revolution and bend it in the shape of a U, just like so. Now we are going to do our best. Now guys, this isn't going to be perfect, you know what I mean? This is a hack, so it's going to be very difficult for it to be perfect. So I'm going to kind of lay that skirt in the U bend of that wire and bring it up to my bladed jig. Now I want the pearl portion on the bottom, and I want the dark portion on the top. Now you can manipulate the skirt. I've just kind of gone over and I'm gonna take one of those wires and I'm gonna go around in a full rotation. So now I've kind of got a full rotation, and what I really want to do now is I just want to look around just to make sure that that skirt is where I want it to be. The colors are where I want it to be on that jig. And it's looking pretty good. So I've gone around one full rotation with one of those wires. Now I'm going to go around another full rotation, and then I'm going to go around one more time. So I have gone around this collar a total of 3 times. Now, one thing I've intentionally done is the bottom portion of the skirt I've left very short, and the top portion of the skirt I've left very long. This top portion's got to fold down, and I want the strands to kind of go past the bend of the hook just a little bit. I don't care about the bottom portion of the skirt because that's really going to be where the trailer is going to be. I've taken my wire, I've wrapped it around 3 times, I've checked my skirt. The colors are where I wanted it to be. Now, if the colors weren't where I wanted it to be, I would just use my fingers and manipulate those rubber silicone strands, kind of spread it all out, spread it all around where I want it. Now I've got a pair of pliers. I'm going to grab both ends of this craft wire and I'm going to pull up to kind of cinch down. Now I've got those cinched down nice and tight. I'm going to cross them and I'm going to rotate 180 degrees. I'm going to rotate 180 degrees again, and I'm going to do this for 8 times. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. I'm going to cut off my excess because I don't need that. So I've just got this little nub. We'll zoom in on the edit of this so you guys can see it. Now I'm going to go back with my needle nose and I'm going to grab that nub and I'm going to turn it 180 degrees, a half turn. And I'm going to do this 8 times. I'm just going to maybe I can turn it this way. I like to put my finger there because it just helps as a guide for the pliers, so I know that I'm actually grabbing it. That was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I feel that it's getting tighter and if I feel the resistance of that wire, I want to kind of move up. What do you want to call it? The twist, right? The twist is probably a 1/2 inch long. And when I first grabbed it, I was grabbing it very close to the jig itself. And as I kept twisting, I noticed it getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And I just kind of scooted up a little bit because I didn't want to keep twisting that same spot over and over and over again, because if you do that, eventually it'll kink and break. So you guys can see this little nub here. I'm going to pretty much cut that in half. And guys, we are done. This is done. This is done skis. I had a silicone tied bait. Sorry, not a silicone tied bait. I had a rubber banded skirt on here, and I've taken that off. And now I've got a wire tied bait, right? That skirt is not coming off. Now, what you can do here is you can come in with your scissors and you can trim and you can do whatever you want to do and get that skirt to be more like a normal length. But now I've got a custom wire tied Thunder Cricket in a color that they don't even make. All right, yep, there's the wire. You guys can see that's why I went around 3 times. When you pulled it tight, when you pull it tight, no matter what jig you're doing, it's going to cause it to kind of puff out a little bit more because it's cinched down way tighter than a rubber band, than that rubber collar could ever do. But you guys can see that's down there. We've got our knot. We just folded that over, right? And this skirt is never coming off. There she is, finished product, 1/2 ounce Thunder Cricket, custom skirt that Strike King doesn't even make. Get to show the fish something they've never seen. This is without a doubt the best and easiest way that I know to salvage your favorite skirts on your jigs. If you fish any type of lead molded head with a silicone skirt and it's got a rubber collar, that rubber collar is going to fade over time and it's going to break your heart, especially if it's your favorite lure, your favorite color pattern, you got your PB on it, whatever. A couple of small investments like a vise, some cutters, and some wire, and you guys can continue to save your favorite jigs, or even take your favorite skirts from one jig, put it onto something else, and show the fish something that they've never ever seen before. You never know, you might even catch a new PB. Hey, if you guys like these kind of tackle hack videos, let me know down below in the comments. I want you guys to check this video out right here, especially if you love to throw 3-inch swim baits. And if you've never fished the Okashira screwhead, you're definitely going to want to watch this one. Thanks a lot for tuning into the video. I will check you guys soon on the water. Peace.